Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Sunday. It is August 23rd, 2020. Before we get into the video, I just want to remind everybody that I will be live streaming tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be talking about the perfect storm of things. So to find out what that's all about, you will need to tune in tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Alright, so I look forward to seeing everybody in the live stream tonight. We should have a good discussion. So, anyway, let's talk about the video topic for right now, a loss of faith. Alright, now you may think it's going to be one thing, but it's probably going to be something else that you're not thinking of. So, around the world, different countries, there is a huge loss of faith in politicians. That has been going on for a while now. And you're seeing... Now, I want people to remember something. Before the entire coronavirus thing really jumped off here earlier this year, you had tremendous amounts of protests going on all over the world, okay? All kinds of protests. People fed up with the governments, tired of the nonsense, tired of the control. And it's not just in the United States. I mean, it has been all over the place, okay? And so, what is happening now, you look at the protest in Ireland. See, there's this double standard that's going on that people are really, really sick of, okay? A good example would be, like in Ireland, you had the minister of, I can't remember what he was, but he was a minister of like something, and of course they're making everybody do mask and this and that. So then what does he do? He goes out and has this dinner at some golf course with a whole bunch of people. So again, it's that double standard. Do as I say, but not as I do. And people are really frustrated with that, especially when people are, social distancing, wearing masks out in public, doing what they're told, because they feel that they have to do that as a good citizen. And yet these politicians will continue to do whatever they want to do. A great example would be when you had the DNC, and if you look at the pictures, they're all up on the stage and they're hugging and they're kissing and doing their speeches and all this, and nobody's wearing a mask. Okay, I know it was in a controlled environment and there wasn't the big crowds there and stuff like that, but that's just another example of that. And this continues on and on and on. You have protests in Belarus going on right now because of people being upset, and demanding the resignation of a leader over there. Again, so this person over in Ireland, you had thousands of people out in the street protesting because they're tired of it, okay? What do we got happening here in the United States? You have all kinds of protests going on, and people have an agenda. Every protest that is going on in different parts of the world here in the United States, people have an agenda. They want their voices heard. They want whatever change they deem is necessary and all this type of stuff. And a lot of it, the general public is tired of the different agendas that are being pushed out there. They've had enough. So there's a lot of loss in faith of government officials. And, you don't want to get to a point where the average citizen says, well, the local governments aren't doing anything. They've hamstrung the police department, so the police can't do anything, because as soon as the police crack down on, this illicit behavior and stuff like that, then they're villainized, okay? There's the big movement now about defunding the police and stuff like that. I mean, it's ridiculous what is going on, okay? And the average citizen doesn't agree, because a small group of people, basically a lot of young people that have no idea, that have never struggled for anything, that have never been truly discriminated against, realistically, they have no clue. They have no clue. And they're, every generation has that happen where they're like, you know, we want change because of this, or we want change because of that. And then what ends up happening is down the road, they become the leaders, you know. Something going by. Oh, FedEx. Okay. I don't know, I heard them. I'm like, what the heck was that? But they become the leaders. You look at the 60s and all the movements and things that were happening in the 60s. Well, all those people that were anti-establishment and all that type of stuff, a lot of those people ended up being professors and stuff like that in universities. So they continue to push their agenda on young minds, trying to, you know, steer people to think a certain way and stuff like that. And here's the problem with that, in my opinion, okay? Giving you my opinion here. The problem with that is when you have, let's say you have a professor with a certain mindset, that they're locked into their mindset. And if you disagree with that professor, then, you know, like say you have, you do a paper that doesn't go along with the agenda of what the professor is pushing out there. There is an issue with that, and they don't like that, and they're gonna like target you, and you're gonna be attacked and stuff like that. Free speech is not there anymore in a lot of places, because as soon as you disagree with whatever the narrative that is being pushed out there, you're called a racist, a misogynist, you know, all these kind of crazy things, and they're gonna try to shout you down. You're not allowed to have a dissenting opinion of what the narrative that's being proposed out there. And that's you know, and people are getting sick of it. They're really getting sick of it. So I would hate to see what happens if the average citizen says, well, the police are hamstrung, they have their hands tied, they can't defend us because of the, you know, the political games and everything like that. And if people decide, well, then we'll do something about it ourselves, because the politicians are doing nothing. When you have like what's going on in Portland right now, day after day after day, you know, and you have people setting fires, and you know, I just saw yesterday that in the protest that they were throwing balloons filled with feces at the police. Now I'm sorry, you know what? That's ridiculous. And I know some of these people are getting arrested, and I realize that, which I think is a great thing. You know, when you do things like that, when you're doing violent acts, there needs to be, you know, consequences for your actions. There really does need to be that. And so, you know, that's kind of the situation like that. But a lot of people have lost faith. They've lost faith in the system. They've lost faith in, you know, all this stuff we see every day. We're being constantly bombarded with all kinds of stuff, and then you begin to wonder what's true, what's not true, what's real, what's not real. And you know, and like I said, people get really tired of it, and it happens constantly. So just something to think about. I want you guys to think about that. I want to hear your feedback. How much faith do you have in the system with everything, you know, that is happening? And the reactions of the politicians. And when I say the politicians, I mean them all, not just one side or the other side, okay? You know, where do you stand on that? I want to hear what your thoughts are. So anyway, guys, again, I will be live streaming tonight. Got to show you a little Miss Molly over here. And there's Mr. Luce. Hey, Luce. I will be live streaming tonight, and 8 o'clock Eastern time. Again, please join me from that, and we will have, like I said, we'll have a good discussion. It's kind of overcast today. It's still warm. It's about 87 degrees, but it is definitely an overcast day. They're not calling for rain. It's just cloudy. So, but again, the garden is still doing great. I don't even know what. Let me go in here and look and see what the power's done today, because I really don't know. So I wasn't really paying attention. So we will check that out. Oh, so our egg count for yesterday. Okay. The batteries are at 25.8 right now. we're bringing in moderate amounts of power. We got 334 on this side, 180 watts coming in on this side. So, you know, the batteries are okay. But like I said, it's more of an overcast day. So there's always going to be, you know, issues with that when you have that kind of a day. So you're not going to bring in as much power. Yesterday, I told you I would give you an egg count from yesterday. Yesterday we ended up with 9 eggs yesterday. So obviously we'll do the egg count tonight in the live stream for what they did today. And I got to tell you, I saw this great comment, and I thought it was so funny. And I'm going to reply to the reply somebody made to this person. And so when I had done the videos, you know, with Patty, and the guy was like, oh, somebody made the comment, oh, thank goodness for this type of video where you're not doing that stupid egg count that people don't care anything about, right? So somebody replied to them, and I thought this was hilarious. They replied, the egg count you don't care about, which I thought was absolutely perfect, because I think it is so funny. A lot of people like the egg count every day, knowing what the chickens are doing and stuff like that. They enjoy it. You know, it's part of what we do here with the channel. And because some person didn't like it and tried to generalize and make everybody part of his statement, and then the other person came in and said, no, it's you don't like it. I just thought that was freaking hilarious. So thank you for that entertainment. So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off of here from now. Please, again, join me tonight for the live stream. Again, I'll be on 8 p.m. Eastern time. And so everything is going well here at the homestead. It's a good day, and I will talk to you later. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important to tell the people that you care about every single day how you feel. Also remember, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Step, thing, and day. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from reaching those goals is you. Nobody else can stop you, okay? I will see you all later, and I will see you tonight. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.